Hi, I'm Eric from Alpha Power Solutions, and today we're going to explain to you how we can calculate your power factor correction requirements. They understand that the power factor correction equipment can reduce the electricity bills. So they're trying to figure out what equipment they need, what technology they need. They want to get a feel of how much this equipment costs and also get an idea of what the savings will be that they will achieve from a power factor correction system. So we have a large database of customers that we've helped in the past, where we actually know fairly accurately what the power factor is that specific industries encounter. So if, for example, the customer has an abattoir, just for argument's sake, we will know fairly accurately what the overall power factor of his business, his abattoir will be. So based on that, if we then can get recent electricity bills, which will reveal to us what these typical maximum demand charges are, we can actually fairly accurately determine what the requirements are, what the benefits will be and what the investment will be that is required. Based on, by us knowing what industry the potential customer is in, an electricity bill, we can actually have a cost-benefit analysis that's going to have an error margin of approximately 10 to 15%. The potential customers, can actually use our simplified calculator that's available on our website. It's completely for free, and by just inputting the industry they're in, the municipality or the utility company that's providing the electricity, as well as the monthly cost of electricity for that specific facility, there's going to be a fairly accurate cost-benefit analysis being divulged to the client. For the non-initiated, electricity bills can actually be quite complicated to understand. The additional problem is there is literally thousands of tariffs in South Africa. Between all the tariffs that Eskom and all the municipalities charge, there's also many sub-tariffs. So it is not that easy to understand. The utility companies also use a lot of technical jargon in the bills that are not easily understood. There is quite a bit of information that can be obtained from the electricity bills, but what we typically ask our clients is to send us the electricity bills that they have, some recent electricity bills, and then we analyze them. And when we give them feedback on the potential benefits of a power factor correction intervention, we will highlight and explain to them which billing items on the electricity bill we will have a positive impact with the recommended power factor correction solution. So some of the utilities give their clients access to the online of the metering data. The actual billing meter data is available on the internet. There's not many of the utilities that do that, but there are a few. Now, with that information, we can do a far better cost-benefit analysis than just having the electricity bill. Typically, coming to mind now, some of Cape Town, Swane, and Ekurhuleni supplied businesses can access that data, usually for free. But it's not a given. So we always recommend that the customer first approaches us. We will figure out whether or not that online data is available. If not, we will do that preliminary cost-benefit analysis. And if that seems attractive to the end user or the client, then we will refine that information by putting a high-speed logger on site. And we basically record the whole electrical power usage of the business, and then we'll be able to make a very accurate proposal. So there is not just the issue about knowing exactly how much power a business uses at a specific time frame, as well as over a certain period, typically a billing period. But there's additional information that we really need to know before we can finalize the design of a power factor correction system. And that one of the key information that we do require, and that is usually not available, not even on online metering systems, is the amount of harmonics present in a system. So, and it also doesn't really give us any information on massive load fluctuations. That's not always applicable to all industries. A lot of industries have a fairly constant power usage. Other industries have highly fluctuating power load profiles. And so this is additional information that we need to obtain before we can finalize the design of a power factor correction system. On our website, we also have an advanced calculator, power factor correction calculator. And it requires that the user inputs fairly accurate peak load profile information that can only be obtained from online metering equipment or specialized test equipment on site. Not many companies have that information. But the larger businesses, especially the power intensive businesses, will have engineers, electrical engineers on site, and usually in these large businesses, this type of information would be available. So the advanced calculator that we have gives more accurate information than the simplified or the basic calculator we have. But we always recommend that we carry out at least a site visit to determine the harmonic levels present in the system, because even in some of the larger businesses, this form of electrical pollution is not being measured accurately. And then we also need to understand what the installation constraints are for the equipment. What I mean is, once we've identified what the customer needs, is where will we position that equipment? What is the access to that specific location? And do we have to dismantle the equipment and then reassemble it once it's at the final location? Is there weatherproofing that's required? Anyway, there's a number of factors that can influence the final cost quite significantly. And so once we've conducted that site visit and we have assessed the installation constraints, and we have all accurate, the required accurate information to calculate the requirement of the client, then we are able to give a turnkey solution with guaranteed savings. Basically, I would have to arrange a site visit for a technician to determine where the equipment will be installed. So, but it's basically, once the basic information is available, then we just need to refine it so that we can give an accurate proposal, a detailed proposal with fixed pricing and guaranteed savings. Well, thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, please like and subscribe. There's a blog with more info linked in the description below. So if you want to see how much you could save, well, try our free power factor calculator at alphapowersolutions.co.za/calculator.